Hello, welcome back to the tutorial, and now I will give you my second example, which is a drop in animation. Okay, so let me open up the browser window for you guys. Okay, so it's fading amazing. Now I want this to drop down. Okay, so let's do it. How we can do this is we can make another trigger. We can make another trigger. This name is drop in. You drop at the bottom, whatever you name, it's up to you. Now transition will be the same. We are going to make this on enter. Sorry for 0. Now I will again just going to add steps. Now at initially I'm going to style. So first I'm gonna start with opacity. Opacity will be 0, so it will fade in, and when it's in a void state, it will be not visible, and gradually with the time it will become visible. It will just add some more feeling with the animation of dropping it. So opacity, and then I will use transform and translate y, and I will set translate y. um, it will be minus okay, minus 1000. So because I wanted to hide it above the screen, so it can drop in. So next, what will I do is use my animate function again, and this time I want to use 2 seconds timing. Let's have 1 second of delay, so I can the above animation can run. Okay, and just for ease I just want to show you that it do not have any delay. Just add 0 second, you don't need to add, but I'm just dropping in just for reference. Now you can place any animation here. You can use ease in or ease out. Like I will suggest use ease out, so it will end slow and will come and we will see better. But there is one animation I already created with Bezier curve. You can use this animation. I just created custom from the website. If you don't remember, you can create custom animation curves in this website. Google the so Google is not working. Let me just my internet, uh, let me know my internet. Okay, so you have to go to Google. Now you can say Bezier curve animation, then choose this link, the first link. If you didn't see, I will go back. This link, this link, open it. Bezier, cubicbezier.com. You can create animations here, and you can copy that and then bring it to your um, okay animation. Okay, now what should I do if in the default state? I can just copy this and paste. So I just accidentally click Control B, which is used to toggle bar, so don't be confused. Control V here. Now what should I do is turn this to 1 and turn this to 0. That's it, and we are done. The last thing that I need to do here is copy this name or remember it and place this over this div this div no this div under the form, this div. You can also add it to a form if you want, or you can add to a parent div. Yeah, that one is correct because it holds all the form. So let's add this drop in, and don't forget to add adder rate for the, because it's a convention for a trigger, and save. Now I actually closed my project, but you need to run the project, ngs, and enter, and let's see. Okay, so now let's see our project. Localhost 4200, and now yes, we just created an animation. And let's review the code again. We used created dropping animation. On enter we said that initially we are on a void state, and we are going to hide it in on the top of the screen. Sorry, means means this email is going to initially hide on the top. Okay, then we are also setting opacity is 0, and over the period of 2 seconds with a 1 second delay, so our fading animation can run first, and then it can kicks in after a 1 second. And we what we are doing in the period of 2 seconds is making opacity 1 and reverting back to the 0. We can make this even more simpler. We don't need this one, we can just delete and save. Now it is going to be the same, because as I told you previously, the default states, remember, its default position, so we don't need to set the defaults. Angular automatically know the defaults, so we can set the void and it's gonna revert back to the defaults. So that's how we can create animation using the same way we created the fading animation. So okay, in next video I will teach you uh, how to animate those. And what I'm going to do is very interesting. I'm going to use the animate.css library and turn that animation into our web animation framework. Okay, and in another video I'm also going to show you how to use keyframes. Keyframes are used to create multi-step animations. If you have lot of steps, do this and do that, in 1 second do that, in 2 seconds it's going to be another thing. So if you want to do something like that, it's gonna be, you have to use the multi-step animation using keyframes. So you can use keyframes, and let's move to another video. And please subscribe my channel and my content. Please subscribe to me, because it really helps me to build good content. So please subscribe, please share, and goodbye.